Welcome back from this special episode of Talking Point from Dhaka. In our studios today, we have Mr. Ekramuzzaman. He is the managing director of SAK Ceramics, apart from so many other companies that he runs and heads. One of the companies that Mr. Ekramuzzaman heads is SAK Ceramics, and we have talked about that in detail. The other companies in the group are SAK Paints and, most importantly, Julfa Bangladesh Limited, with an Indian cooperation and joint venture, Hetero Drugs. Mr. Ekramuzzaman, what is this pharmaceutical company and what do you produce?
This pharmaceutical factory, we are producing contemporary medicine in Bangladesh,
Right.
but some patent medicine also we are producing, and we have a joint venture with Gulf Pharmaceuticals
Right.
of UAE. They are the largest pharmaceutical industry in the Gulf, Middle East, and Hetero Drug, also one of the largest drug company in India. So they have recently joined us, and they have taken over the management and everything, and now they are running this factory, and hopefully this would be one of the leading pharmaceutical factory in
Bangladesh.
Bangladesh.
Do you export your products, the medicine?
We are just working on it, and we will be doing some contract manufacturing for Gulf Pharmaceuticals in Bangladesh.
Sometimes it happens that when the same medicine is imported from a foreign country, it costs a lot of money. But the same medicine produced here is almost 1/10 or 1/20th of the cost of that. Well, what is the reason?
Yeah, because the price in the Western countries, medicine price is so high that I do not also know the real dynamics. It is the patent cost is too high, Like we produce one medicine here, which is in United States, that management is costing 80,000 US dollar. In the same medicine, we are selling here for 1,000 US dollar, and that one for United States allowing only for LDC countries like Bangladesh. Even it is not allowed in our neighboring countries. So that way, the local production costs goes down. Even with the patent products, we have some allowance to produce those kind of products for until I think 2016 to 2020, like that. So this is an opportunity for countries like Bangladesh in the drug industry.
And will the medicines cost more after that period?
After that period, of course, some medicine cost will go up.
It's also because the level cost in the West is much higher than that.
Yes, that is also a factor.
As we were talking about the cost of medicine, is it because the cost of labor is much higher in the Western countries?
Yeah, and it is not only the labor, there are so many other things are involved. And as I told you, that is cost of the patent,
Right.
For research and all these things, they all piles up, and the same medicine when we produce.
You're only repeating the things.
Exactly.
But the formula
Exactly.
X plus Y will become Z, you see, and then but they have done the research in the labs. They've been quite scientists. And
You are right. You are right.
so that's one of the things. But we have about 160 million people in this country. And obviously, wherever men are, women are, children are, there will be ailments, diseases, coughs, and we need cough syrup. People sneeze, people suffer from.
Yeah.
So there is a tremendous market for pharmaceutical products in this country, isn't it?
Yeah, it's a very big market, and Bangladesh pharmaceutical market is the industry is also pretty good. We have very big pharmaceutical industries in Bangladesh. They are very competent, and they are really serving the nation in a very right way.
Are you also involved in some sort of charity work as with regard to the pharmaceuticals?
CSR, corporate social responsibilities, we take. We help people for their illness, and we contribute to the schools, colleges, students, and also we give substantial donations to the hospitals,
right.
Hospitals like Barden Hospital.
In terms of medicine?
No, not in terms of medicine, in terms of their expenses, also in terms of modernization, in terms of building development. Like in cancer hospital, also we are very much constantly with them. We help them in their flooring, in the tiles, and also in some new equipment purchase and all these things. We are constantly doing all those things. And at the time of famine, flood, and all these things, we contribute to the fund of the government.
Great. And that's when medicines are most needed.
Yes, yes.
And free distribution, and they're very good.
Yeah.
It's not the medicine.
Sometimes we give as kind,
Right.
the medicine also.
That's very good. Also on the human side, see, you are also involved in Park Multiply. Sorry, RAK Multiply Bangladesh. Is what is it? I mean, do you produce insecticides?
Here actually this is a very small venture of RAK. We will here we produce mosquito coils, and we are in plan of producing some other FMCG product, and also mosquito aerosols kind of things.
Yeah.
So we have plan, and mosquito insects are a part and parcel of life in Bangladesh, and that is an area where we looked into as well.
We are very self-sufficient in that, isn't it?
Yes.
We produce a lot of mosquitoes.
Yes. Mosquitoes, not the coins.
Jokes apart, I know. We were talking about another story on the human side. See, wherever the people are, they will throw garbage on the road. There has to be a good garbage disposal program. And people, I think, people on the street, they look towards 12th floor RAK complex to solve some of the problems.
Well, if you talk about the garbage management, and in all sort of management in Bangladesh are little bit problem because of growth,
Right.
Because the country is growing so fast, so it is very hard to manage everything simultaneously, So maybe
Are we talking about the population, or are we talking about the development?
Yeah, population and development going hand in hand, So when development goes, garbage grows.
Right.
So now, say for example, maybe we have managed our city corporations and all might have managed now for 50 units, so we go by 70 units, So that is the problem. But I hope the way our country is growing, these things are very much addressing today. The environmental issues, Bangladesh government and the Environment Department of Bangladesh, they are addressing these issues very constantly and very strictly, and hopefully this maybe within another 10-15 years you will see a different Bangladesh.
There will be a public awareness of...
Exactly. And the education level is also growing, awareness is also growing. And also we have now the city corporation is divided. There is two city corporation chairman is there.
I think we need four.
Yeah, maybe then it could be a better, much better managed.
Yes.
Yeah.
Better administered. What are your views on pollution? Are we really addressing this? Because Dhaka is considered a fairly polluted city.
Yeah, pollution. If you talk about the because in Dhaka
air quality,
air pollution, because in Dhaka and around Dhaka there are very little
open spaces.
No, I must say there are very little industries around Dhaka. So we have only pollution is mainly from the cars and
emission.
Yes.
The CO2.
Yes. So, but that too, since we are using natural gas, the pollution is much lower than the petrol. So, to that context, air pollution in Dhaka is not that serious. Even it is better than Tokyo, I believe.
If it's better than Tokyo, then it is acceptable. From pollution, pollution is again helped because of the silent development, the number of cars we have on our
Yes, this is a sign of development.
The sign of development, and it's also a sign of development that you have to spend or waste some of your time every day when you get stuck in traffic jams.
Well, this is a new phenomenon in Dhaka. It is growing every day. If you go back, 15 years back to Bangkok.
I remember I was there.
Thailand, in Bangkok. So the same situation I have experienced there also. From the traffic jam, airlifting was going on through helicopter. There were airlifting cars. So that situation is still not there in Bangladesh. And if you go today to Thailand, it's a matter of 10-15 years. It's absolutely different picture. So the way our programs are taking place, the elevated highways and 4-lane roads and the SkyTrain and all these things. So inshallah, if everything takes place in another 10 years, the traffics and all these things will be all right.
Do you think we need more roads or do we need metros?
I don't think that we need more roads. Our existing roads are pretty good, pretty fine, but they are not properly managed. You see, our road management has to be improved. The city corporation.
You mean the traffic management?
Traffic management, because you will find the roads are occupied by some
all kinds of traffic.
Shops, small shops, some trucks, some buses are parked on the road. They eaten up maybe half of the road, So that is the biggest problem. Otherwise, I must compare it with Thailand, In Thailand, none of the roads are bigger than our road. But they have no congestion, no traffic, and the city must be more populated than Dhaka.
It is flowing, and also because there are so many one-way systems.
A one-way system, and roads are clear. There is no obstacles on the road. You will find some coffee shop on the road, some street cake somebody is selling on the road. Some hawkers has already sitting and selling some clothes.
But we have been talking about this problem for a long time. Go back to 30 years, we are still the same thing.
Yeah, which took us 30 years. We will, manage it in 3 years now. Time has changed. Bangladesh is not that Bangladesh anymore.
Yes.
One has to understand.
Inshallah. how do you think we can solve, seriously we can solve the traffic congestion problem? Not building the roads, but we've got elevation.
Traffic management. We must, this is the biggest problem in Bangladesh. We have laws, but implementations are not.
Do we get rid of slow moving traffic like cycle rickshaws?
That will have to be eliminated, that has to be eliminated, these rickshaws and these tricycles and auto rickshaws and all these things.
What's called rickshaw van.
Rickshaw van and all these things. That should be addressed, But no government is courageous enough to take any decision on them. They are scared of votes.
It's the vote bank.
Yeah, they don't want to make unhappy.
Obviously, a lot of people come from that.
But now time has come to think over these things. If you talk about this rickshaw puller or these things, they are not employed. They are absolutely unemployed. If someone says pulling rickshaw is an employment, I will protest it. This is really not an employment. What I think in the near future we will inshallah generate lot of employment, and people will automatically leave this profession, and government also will be able to take a courageous decision to stop this kind of slow and obstacle making vehicles from the.
This might be cheap, which a lot of people say that this is environment friendly.
No, it's not environment friendly. What is environment friendly? This is rather killing people of Bangladesh. Bangladeshi people are even lazy to walk 3 meters. Even they walk, has to go one building to another, they take a rickshaw. And in Europe you might have seen in kilometers together you walk, So without this, in absence of these rickshaws, we will walk.
It will be a step towards good health.
Yeah, step towards good health.
But then what will happen to your pharmaceutical? Nobody will buy that if they're healthy.
Yeah, you must not be thinking that way.
Okay, thank you very much. We must have a commercial break here, and then when we come back, we will definitely continue with this very interesting discussion. Thank you for being with us for so long. We need a commercial break, and when we come back, we will carry on with this very interesting discussion with our very distinguished guest.